Hey guys, thanks for joining me. And if you like what you see, please subscribe.
Hello, peoples. Welcome to Sharp Ends. I have something fun to share with you. New design just came out recently from Very Good Knife Company. Um, and it's a collaboration or a design from the Huntsmen YouTube channel. I don't know anything about him. I actually saw this release from the guys over at Very Good Knife Company, and I automatically knew that it was something that I wanted to check out because I like so far what I've seen from Very Good Knife Company has been awesome, and this design spoke to me for some very specific reasons I'm going to get into. But very first, before I get into that, could you please smash that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment. Comments really help the channel, and as always, thank you to my Patreon supporters. You guys are awesome. You make the magic happen. Ooh, yeah. Oh, okay. Huh. So there's a lot of reasons why I like Very Good Knife Company. American made, obviously. That's not, this is set up for appendix carry, um, which is fine. I usually don't carry them that way. I usually carry them in pocket, but this handle I can already tell is larger than that. So this is another Very Good Knife carry one, and taco style with a drain hole at the bottom. First thing I notice on this Kydex is that it's open, totally open down here, which is really interesting. I haven't seen a Kydex sheath like that. That just means I'm ignorant. Not that it's necessarily unique. Thumb scallop, again, I love that because it's very easy then to pull it back in. I already like this natural burlap handle a lot, and it's thicker than my other Tradition Junior, which I love a lot. Great little knife. My one complaint about this was the handle was just a little bit too thin for me, because just my hand is large, and I like to have something to grab onto. I mean, it's fine. I use it all the time. This is also 80 CRV 2, and it is obviously takes a patina almost immediately. Very easy to sharpen. I like 80 CRV for little fixed blades like this. Really awesome, right? This, however, came in both versions. This came in 80 CRV and Nitro V. I went with a Nitro V. You know that 14C28N is one of my favorite knife steels. Nitro V is kind of like that with a touch of vanadium, which helps with the granularity of it, not necessarily meaning that it stays sharper longer because it has very small amount of vanadium in it. Anyway, so very cool. It has all of its rivets on this side, which means I'll be able to, if I want to, put an ulti clip on here and carry it in my pocket or on my belt, obviously. All right, so let's take a look at this. You can already tell by the shape of the Kydex what kind of shape this is probably going to have. Let's take a look. Ooh, yeah, nice big hawksbill with a little bit of belly. Really starting to like this blade shape a lot more lately. I find this utilitarian type knife shape very easy to use. Nitro V, the Hawk. Very cool. I really like the way it feels in hand. This is a work knife. This knife is going to be awesome. It's a little bit big for an in-pocket carry. Really like that snapping motion. And then I just got the Overland Sport recently. You can tell this is nice and small, definitely in pocket carry. I like this shape a lot, the utilitarianness of this shape. You can see how the Overland here sweeps up a little bit to give you more room to do utility cuts. And because it has jimping on the back, I can put my finger or my thumb here to do those cuts. Yeah, this does not have that, but I don't think it needs to either. The handle is much larger, fatter, almost feels like a small hammer handle, which I like. Tall, flat grind, meaning that this should be pretty darn slicey. Nitro V is a steel that has very good edge stability and will take a very nice, shiny, sharp edge. It doesn't have that right now. I probably will go ahead and it looks like this bevel on the blade here is super, super fine. By that I mean it looks like it's like 16 degrees or 17 degrees. Not most knife companies will send it to you at something a lot larger than that, like 20 to 24 degrees. So this is already looking like a nice slicey knife. Fat behind it, I don't think it's fat behind the edge because it's such a tall, big grind, but the spine is nice and thick, which means that it'll be nice and strong, and it's behind the point, you can see it's pretty thin behind the edge, behind the point, but it's also got enough strength here that I think it's going to be strong. It's not going to break if I were to be stupid enough to use it as a pry tool. Yeah. Very fine. Very, very sharp. That's what you like to see when it comes from the company. You know, there's no reason in this day and age for you not to get a knife when you spend money on it to get some. So speaking of money, the 80 CRV version, easier to sharpen, less stainless, will take patina. Edge stability on that, toughness is really high. Edge stability is okay. This beats it on edge stability and stainlessness by a lot. Nitro V is a little bit more expensive than 80 CRV. So the 80 CRV version of this, which I believe are still available on the website, are $180, and that comes with its taco sheath, which is a phenomenal, really nice sheath. And then for the Nitro V version, I paid $209, which is $30 more. I went ahead and got that because I really like Nitro V. Now, is in the plus 200 range, is Nitro V still a good deal? I think so. I have nothing. I mean, like, this Tradition Junior was like $120, and 80 CRV, and it has some patina on it, but it very easy to sharpen, and I like it a lot, right? I didn't want to worry about sharpening or corrosion with this knife, and I like and I wanted to give it a nice shiny edge, very sharp edge, and I know Nitro V will sharpen up really nicely. So I specifically went with this because I knew that this was going to be a utility knife that I would be using a lot, because of its blade shape in the shop as well as on a boat. I really like how this is shaped. So Last Huntsmen, if you're watching this, I think you did a really good job with this design. I like the little bit of a swoop here. I like the profile is very nice. I like the tall, flat grind on it, saber grind. Wharncliffe shape is great. One nitpicky thing, of course, is it does not have a sharpening choil. Very easy to make myself if I just went in here with a Dremel and a tool, and I can make a little sharpening choil. That way I could be sharp all the way to the spine. Not 100% sure why you've included this little piece of metal here, which isn't sharp. It's just, I don't think anything will ever get stuck on it, like some knives, when you're cutting through material, because of the shape of this and the way that I'll be using it. I don't think anything will ever be stuck here. I just think it's an interesting choice not to have this sharp all the way or to include a sharpening choil. It's a choice, and I don't know how I feel about it. The finish on this, the belt grind going up and down, is fine. That will scratch eventually, especially if it becomes a hard use knife. But that belt finish is fine with me. I don't mind it. And you can see it has two finishes, two directions. So sanded this way first, and then secondarily when it was ground, it was done this way. Again, let's look at the evenness of this grind on both sides. Not 100% even. This side actually is a little bit more shallow than this side. Like, the secondary bevel is a little bit longer on this side than this side, but not by a lot. And this was hand ground. So, action or performance speaks louder than words, and this is definitely sharp. And again, I'm going to be sharpening this myself and putting a high shine finish on it, which will make this Nitro V really shine. I don't know, does it say what the HRC on this is? I'm hoping for Nitro V that it's probably somewhere between, does it say on the side here? It does not. I'm hoping that this is 61 to 62. Oh, okay. So it's designed by Gabriel, Last Huntsmen Outdoors. So I'm sorry if I misspoke your name earlier in the video, but it's by Gabriel, and it's Last Huntsmen Outdoors. So thank you so much, Gabriel. This is a really cool knife. I like it a lot. Thank you. Very good knife company. You guys are awesome. I can't recommend you highly enough. You should check them out. Very cool taco sheath. I hope this makes it into your regular rotation and it sells well enough to do so. And if not, I'm very lucky to have gotten one of these, because this seems like it's going to be a good knife. This is just an unboxing and first impressions. I will do a full review of this knife as soon as I've used it enough, which, since it's fall, it might be a while till I am able to use it a lot. But check that out in the future. Thanks so much, peoples, for joining me today. I really appreciate it. As always, like, subscribe, leave a comment, really helps the channel. If you want to help support this channel and this content, just follow the link down below to go to my Patreon site. For $3 a month, you will get entered to win a knife of the month. Thanks so much, people, and I will see you next time on Sharp Ends. Bye-bye now.